And there we have him. Yusef against Alex.
Yep, and let's see who gets to go first afterwards. There is... Oh, nice. Thanks, Alex. It's a very, very quick peek into the hand of Alex. And now we are going to see a...
It is the Sunny Snitch.
Sunny Snitch, exactly.
Exactly, the Life and Sunny Snitch, adding any Life Twin monster from the deck to the hand. And we will add, actually, the new one, the Life Twin Quizzical Sweep.
Yep.
And that is a very, very interesting card, because if our opponent activates anything in response to our Life Twin monsters, we can discard it and just negate its effect.
It's very, very good. And we're starting, of course, with a normal summon of Life Twin Quizzical.
In Quarter Century Secret Rare.
Yep. I'm actually surprised that I missed out on the name of the Snitch, because I played the deck myself, but only when it was bad.
And there we summon a Lilla. Honestly, even though the cards, they do something similar, the Life Twin Quizzical is the better start here. Yeah. Simply because you can link it off into the Quizzical deal, even if it gets hand trapped, and I'm very sure we will see it here.
Yep, Deal is an incredible card, and that is mainly due to the reason that it is a Light Fiend, just like Majesty's Fiend, everyone. And you know what that translates into? Fiendsmith Requiem.
Exactly, but I don't think it's not like a vanilla, because that effect is quite powerful. We just send for cost any Lilla card from deck to the graveyard, and then whenever our opponent responds to our Quizzical or Lilla effect, we draw one card.
Yeah, and if your opponent does really not know what your deck is doing, sometimes they just throw hand traps at this, because it has another effect that gets you to draw cards, which you just mentioned. And sometimes people want to interact with that, which is, I think, the worst spot in the entire deck to throw a hand trap at.
Yeah, definitely. But, I mean, at least Memento doesn't play that many hand traps anyways, I think, so... Alex not really losing much here. But first of all, we now see Fiendsmith Requiem resolving, getting us our Lacrima.
Yep, Lacrima sent the Fiendsmith Engraver, and from this point on, it's basically the standard combo. It's also very, very interesting how this deck plays, actually, because I've looked at some combos, and if you play it correctly, it's basically impossible to lose to a Nibiru.
It is actually, and I'm very curious to see if Yusef will know how to. I would guess yes, because he is 2-0. I saw him play. It looked very, very strong. He played before against the Odeon deck, I think.
Yeah, the Apophis.
The Apophis deck, yeah, of course. And yeah, here we will see it. We go for the Necrocru Princess, and we discard our Engraver to get a free draw.
Yep. And of course we get Attract as well, which is going to search us maybe a Majesty's Fiend.
Yeah, without a normal summon, but we can go into Duke of the Mice, you know?
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Oh, I shouldn't have told you that. I shouldn't have told you that.
That's insane. Am I the only one who thinks this is insane? Oh wow.
Yeah, but I'm very sure he'll search Tract, and Tract will only search Lurry when it's needed. But let's see. The question is, does Alex have like Nibiru or not? Because that will be a big thing here, I think, because otherwise Yusef can do just what he wants, but I don't know if that Tract will really come in handy for him, because I don't know if that makes like that much stronger board.
I mean, it's just a decent follow-up.
Yeah, that's for sure.
If you get Nibiru, it's even better follow-up, because you get another body on the field. You're not very likely... I mean, do you use just Engraver at this point? Because then your Engraver summon is out already.
Now, what you're doing here normally is you use it to Life... Oh, if you have Quizzical, it's even easier, because you just go into the Lifetime combo first. Yeah. And then at a later point, when your opponent would hand trap you, you will have the Tract and can just, like, extend with it over the sequence. But first of all, here we will see it summons the Lilla first, which I think is a bit interesting, at least, because if he goes Quizzical, he can get the draw earlier.
Yeah. The big question here is now, how do you play around Nibiru?
We have still have the Engraver in Graveyard, which we could use, and we also still have the Tract. And
I assume that we also play Link Spider?
No, we don't, because Sequence does not need effect monsters. So what we would do is then, like, we would go Sequence and could, like, if we played, go into Duke of the Mice to add back the Engraver, which we don't need here, but we will get to a Link for very easily.
Yeah, but Duke of the Mice also just adds back Fiends, right? And
level 6 or higher.
Ah, alright, okay.
Or level 5 or higher, at least. It's definitely level locked. It's definitely level locked.
I think it can add back the good old Lacrima of the Crimson Tears, because that's how you bridge from Tract into the Mitsurugi combo.
It could actually.
Yeah.
But it's I think level locked.
I'm just gonna read the card now.
Yeah. So what we now see here is like the Quizzical bring back the Lilla, and then we can go into a Link Force summon of Sunny Snitch, Tribute Itself, bring both back. We'll get a draw.
It's 4 or higher.
4 or higher, okay. And here we will have like the free link material, and we actually summon the Engraver here, which I think is interesting at least.
Because that kind of opens up a Nibiru, the Primal Being, even though we have tracked in hand, of course. But I mean, at this point, it's also, it's like, they're really going to be in Nibiru, because our opponent would have at least taken some time to think.
I mean, I might be missing something, but I feel like here, if you nip on a summon of Engraver, like, then it's quite crucial. But now, of course, here it doesn't really matter. We will go into the Abao, probably, or, I mean, Kill, also Light Fiend, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe we can even go Sequence here, which makes our Lacrima much weaker, though. Because we will not be able to go Paradise and send another Desiree from the extra deck, because I don't think we have the space for 2.
Good point. But I mean, having it on the field is
it's also not bad,
a little bit better than just the Paradise setup. But let's see, Sequence is being activated. Now we are sitting on a Caesar, which looks good. We put Lacrima and the Requiem back into the deck, plus the Engraver, of course.
One thing that's interesting here is we open ourselves up to a very crucial Super Poly, honestly.
Oh.
Because with like the Memento deck is known to sometimes play Super Poly, and Duke of the Mice just needs any 2 Fiends or zombies. But I mean, not a lot of zombies here. Even though I think like one of the small Kills or Lillas is actually a zombie. But it won't stay on the field, of course. But like a Super Poly here, you could fuse any 2 monsters from the field and get an extra normal summon. That sounds quite good if he plays it.
Oh, it actually sounds. But I think that the Super Polymerization is also. I mean, the extra deck of Memento is not really packed.
Yeah.
Like you need 3 cards. Let's be honest. That's 2 Tekutlika and 1 Twin Dragon, the other, and SP.
Yeah, I mean, they sometimes even play like 3 of the Creation King. Just because they can.
Crazy lists where you play like Celine and Dark and everything. So I think that if you have space in some deck that is a combo deck, then it's going to be Memento.
Yeah. One thing we shouldn't forget, which is sometimes a bit annoying for the players, but it's part of the game here. The Signing Snitch actually gains life points here.
Yeah.
If we have like I think it's a Evil Twin on the field, and we will have one because it will bring back the Trouble Sunny, and so players will need to like it's like a bit like how would you say? It's like piercing again and again and again, the 200 damage.
That's true.
Not really crucial for Memento, but could be crucial against Malice, as example.
That's true, yeah. When it comes to time, it's also like a very important factor at some point. Also, if you're maybe very short of having game, this is also sometimes crucial, but I think at this point, there's already enough damage for a game there, so this situation would surprise me. But that's a field! That's a hell of a field.
Yeah, that looks very strong, and I think we don't know the 2 back rows, so I would assume maybe he even drew the Paradise.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a last resort, really, right?
I mean, Paradise with Desiree on field gets a lot better. I don't know, does it send all cards or only your opponents?
All cards.
Oh, that's not good then.
Yeah, that's what I said. This is a very last resort play in this situation.
Yeah, okay, we are reading the Abao. Actually, Abao is a bit like Trident now.
But you could chain it to Sonic Snitch, right? You activate Sunny, Trouble Sunny.
Trouble Sunny, yeah.
And then activate the Paradise. Then you get
could
to send
actually,
everything first.
But what would we destroy with our Lilla?
Yeah, you get a draw. You get a draw. The problem is that then also, of course,
I don't think follow is our problem. I don't think follow is our problem. Question is, does Yusef have a card left in hand or not to like use the effect of a bow?
Probably.
And yeah, there we are back at the table for a second. Let's see.
I think we're just gonna continue playing here. We got the thumbs up.
Okay.
And yeah, let's just proceed with this. So I think actually it was used.
Oh yeah, now it's in the graveyard. I see. And now let's see. But that also means it's not set on the field.
Yeah.
Oh, or was it discard for a bow? That could also be that we didn't know if a card was discard for a bow or if it's just like summon something back and therefore.
It's a very good point. Solid point, honestly. But now it's on Alex.
And Alex does like the classic thing of like, okay, what on your field does summon? Okay.
Wow, Yusef, get ready here. Yusef going second with the Life Twin Fiendsmith deck now versus Memento. And now we're gonna see maybe a... Oh no, that didn't look good. The cards that I saw from this hand did not look good.
But I like that he like quickly shows it to the stream. Like, I mean, it was a bit too fast for me to see all the cards, but...
That's a good card.
That is a good card. But the question is now, does Yusef have like the Veiler or Impermanence or Ash Blossom, which you want to use here?
Actually, I think I'm a big fan of Ash Blossom on the Anguish, because then you can't dodge the actually. Yeah, you can still dodge it with Memento because then with Bone Party and
because they'll just summon Tatsuno Toshigo.
Those cards are not that great, but you have to throw them immediately.
Oh, and Alex doesn't look happy.
Sometimes those cards just win you the game instantly because the deck doesn't have that many pushes through it. They just have great ways to dodge those cards. But if they don't, you just lose this. Oh, and there's a Pot of Prosperity. Interesting enough. So we're playing around Droll and Lockbird by normal summoning the Anguage first.
Yeah.
And even if we're finding the Breakout now or the Mantotlan Bone Party, we're still good.
Yeah, but I think like maybe Yusef has an Ash Blossom here, and now I'll be honest with you, I use it immediately if he has it.
I wouldn't even wait for my opponent to put the 6 card stuff.
Oh, I would wait.
Yeah, it's probably smarter. But I wouldn't.
But sometimes you can't contain yourself. It's like Ash on Branded Fusion, like.
Yeah. You yell at your opponent, Ash! Ah! All right.
Okay, let's see. Can we count till 6?
Yusef, that was 6 cards. Now the question is also, do we find...
I think he said yes. I think he let it resolve.
Tatsuno Shigo, Bone Party, Breakout, everything.
I think Yusef is laughing. I think he baited like with the Ash, and now we are like sleepy. Not that good Tatsuno Toshigo. That's what we were looking at for. A lot of Anguishes on the field and a lot of...
Alex, you need to shuffle the deck. You know that, right? This is madness, double Anguish.
Oh,
Tatsuno Shigo. Yeah, okay, of course we take this one.
And that's the thing, he sided in Drone Lockbird going first. Not that good against the Lockbird deck, but you know, very good against Mulchamis.
That is true, yeah, it's a good point, because you don't search
the cards get to the bottom of the deck, but I hope he'll be at the deck quickly.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we've just discussed this now. We're just talking to the judge now at this point. Does Alex access the deck now very soon? Because the thing is, if he goes Tatsuno Shigo and that one gets infinite impermanence as well, and you can't play through this,
then we have to like search the cards out, I guess.
Yeah, that's true, but I think that we can still kind of do that.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, and Yusef just says, okay, let's have a game here, okay?
I mean, players are nervous. Like probably Alex's first feature match, and then like against Yusef and the deck, he doesn't know that well. And now we are sending the Memento Goblin, the Sleepy, and it is the Mace. Yeah, that makes 5, and therefore is legal. Oh wait, or is it 6?
No, it's 5. I'm just confused because usually what you want to send to the graveyard is Memento Gatic.
Yeah.
Because Gatlic, when it's sent to the graveyard by a Memento card effect, it just special summons itself out and usually adds back a Sleepy or a Memento Fusion.
Yeah, but sometimes I feel like I've seen more people like drawing the Gatic than having it in deck.
That's such a pain, honestly. Every time you have this in your hand, you're like, oh, I have to get to Sleepy somehow, and then I have to fuse from hand.
The thing is, this is still easy combo because we can still oh no, the Anguish is negated, therefore we cannot. And that's what.
Oh wow.
And that's what Yusef will tell him. I think now it is negated, in fact.
Oh yep. Oh, that is so tough right now. If that could have just sent Gatic and Sleepy, and then you would have had a combo here. But he just relied on the Anguish being able to destroy itself. But he has the Memento Fusion.
But
that one gets
two loss. But the
question
question
we have Ash Blossom in hand.
Okay, we ashed that. The question is, do we have two? We haven't destroyed something yet, right?
Oh, we have the.
Yeah. Okay. You're right.
Yeah. So that's a big one. Yusef was probably like, "Hey, my opponent might have messed this up," but resolving a Memento Fusion it's just always gonna get you to where you want to be. Question is, do you want to manage your graveyard now, or do you value the body of the Anguish on board?
Oh, I'm sure I'll just like put the stuff in the graveyard back, honestly. I gotta ask the question because Basti is not on the feature right now. Which card do you think is better, Memento Fusion or Branded Fusion?
It's
You think it's Memento Fusion? I mean...
It's a quick spell, come on. It's also an interruption on the opponent turn.
I mean, we saw Branded Fusion in the last feature match, and it looked weaker than that.
No, the Memento Fusion is absolutely crazy. I mean, yes, it's not a one-card starter, but not every card has to be, right? You have...
Fair enough, yeah.
If the deck... Branded really relies on the Branded Fusion because it's incredibly powerful. But the Memento deck, you're not relying on the Memento Fusion to get you started. So this card in your deck is more valuable than the Branded Fusion, I want to say.
Yeah, probably. I think we will see over the course of the tournament which deck goes further in the tournament.
It's also not really a good argument to have, to be honest, because if the situations were reversed, how good would Branded be if the Branded Fusion would be the Memento Fusion?
That is a very interesting question, but I wouldn't. If I would be a Brenner player, I would not change fusions with Memento.
Yeah, that's true. Because then your deck just doesn't have.
Oh, and now we sent the Getting actually. So we had it in deck. This looks a bit risky then, but.
Oh wow, we're going to be able to summon back or search back add back.
Oh, but that's
the Sleepy.
I don't think that's that good because we sent the Creation King as well, but I think we had,
we had the
Memento Miglan already in hand.
Yeah, that's not what you want to do. You want to kind of put the Tekutlika in there as well. So I think what we're going to do soon is go Gatic.
Yeah.
Summon
Sleepy.
Yeah, summon Sleepy. Oh, Meowls here is huge as well for Yusef. And with a nice quarter century.
Yeah, and that card here, it might ruin the plan because we also send the Akihiron, which also want to like come back from the graveyard at some point, and therefore, if he really summons Akihiron back, then Yusef just gets 3 draws.
Yep, like there is a few draws here to be had because we want to go for a Sleepy route here, means we go into Twin Dragon, and Twin Dragon pops itself to summon something back from the graveyard. So we also have the Memento Miglan in hand, which, by the way, kind of, you said it earlier, negates the Tekutlika and also wants to summon back something. The good thing is that with Memento, you can kind of ignore most of these things by just not going through all of those cards. We have plenty of resources in the graveyard as well because of our Tatsumi Shogo, so...
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you, like, I don't know if Ashing the Fubalos was correct here. Because how much would we have summoned from the extra deck?
There you go. Oh, wait. Whoa. Okay, that's surprising to me. I'm sure Alex has a plan, but I figured that... I mean, we can just add the Tekutlika with the Twin Dragon, but I thought that we leave the Sleepy on the field, fusion away the Gatic, and then use the Twin Dragon because we don't want to waste it and destroy it and summon back something.
Or do we maybe like keep the Twin Dragon on field?
Yeah, I thought we do that and destroy the Sleepy so we can send the Tekutlika.
Oh, yeah, that would have been a great play, yeah. You're right. The thing is, I think, like, what is interesting here is we could still trigger the Miglan if we want to get, like, Maze.
Yeah.
But then we would give another draw over, though, but...
Yeah, we search for the Tekutlika now and the Twin Dragon, of course, as well. Do we even have the Bone Party in rotation yet?
No, yet. But we could get the Fusion to go for a Guardian Chimera, I think.
Yeah, we could also use the... Oh, we would have to commit heavily into the Meowls.
Oh, I think we trigger them all. We trigger them all.
Wow, Yusef he's got the stars in his eyes right now going, hey, I did not think this Meowls would go this crazy versus Memento, but it sure does.
To be fair, the Life deck has very limited amount of pushes.
That's true.
So we can probably just say like, okay, anyways, but the amount of hand interactions they could draw is very scary in my opinion.
Yep, I mean, if you have infinite impermanence that you're finding, then that's basically less amount of pushes that you need. Also, you have the Fiendsmith engine. If you draw an Engraver, then that's also kind of fine.
Also, Nibiru looks way stronger than normally here, I feel like. Because we have 5 monsters on the field. So how many do we draw? 1, 2? Is it a third?
3.
It's a third, yeah.
Okay, wait. Akihiron came by its own effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The Twin Dragon summoned out the Sleepy and the Miglan summoned out the Anguish. That's just a bunch of cards that you don't really want to give your opponent because they don't do anything.
Now, do we have Nibiru? Oh, we Ash. We drew Ash.
Wow, that is so big that first of all disables... Oh no! This disables the access to Bone Party, and we have tried to use Anguish earlier, so we don't have anything on the field currently to destroy the Akihiron to get back the fusion. That's a disaster, and Alex is shaking his head.
Yeah, I gotta ask you one thing. Have you ever seen Creation King being able to destroy 5 cards of your opponent?
No. That's crazy, actually. But you have to link off something first, so you can...
Can we somehow destroy the Akihiron, probably? Does it add back if it's destroyed from Banished? Wasn't it like that?
It adds back from Banished or Graveyard if it's destroyed.
So, can we somehow destroy it and get back the fusion?
Yeah, you would usually do that by Anguish, but we have tried to activate it earlier.
Yeah, that's correct,
Oh my goodness, the SP Little Knight is on the field, so we can...
Do have in our hand, can we summon the Tekutlia still or not?
Pretty sure, but how many monsters do we...
It's 4, or isn't it? Isn't it 4?
It's way late. Oh no, and the SP Little Knight. The link pointers. They are pointing to the side. There's nothing you can link off those Gatic and Akihiron to.
Don't tell me we need to link it off for a dark now.
Oh no, Alex is struggling to put up a
disaster.
Here. Oh, this Meowls was insane. The Ash Blossom was even bigger.
we pass on this? Do we
Yusef
just pass on this?
We can't summon the Tekutlika. He just passes on this, and Yusef is eating fantastically tonight. This is delicious. With this, that's a sweet treat for him, I want to say.
I don't think he has a delicious memory in his deck, though.
That's true, but it's gonna be a delicious memory here when he tries to eat that field.
I mean, honestly, though, like if Livetron has a board it can break, it's this half board, I think.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, there is a banish and a pop or multiple pops from the.
But we normal Lurie, what?
Oh wait, that is not the good. That is not the goodest.
But is it a bait? Is it a bait?
Wait, do we thrust? Do we talents? What are we doing, Yusef? Do we have anything?
Yeah, we add back the fusion now, which is good, but it doesn't set and cannot be activated as well, so we won't be able to use it here.
Not even Engraver helps you here because you had the Lurie.
Yeah, and there is the Engraver now. SP Little Knight, the last interrupt we probably have. I don't think Alex has anything in his hand left.
But what does the Engraver do now?
The Engraver could run over the SP if he wants to.
Yeah.
Or maybe we have another way to get into some place, like if with Duke of Mice, maybe?
Yeah, but okay, yeah, I can see that. You have the Lurie in hand. Oh, we activate the tract already.
Oh, that gets a lot weaker though with Lurie in our hand, and I don't know. Do we discard Black Commander?
I am confusion. Perulia gets discarded here.
Okay.
Which is a good shout, I want to say. We could put back the Lurie. We could have put back the Lurie before, go Engraver, attack over the SP Little Knight, and then activate tract.
I feel like it's a bit weird he didn't start with Engraver to use the tract at Majesty's Fiend and discard Lurie.
Yeah. almost got me there. That would go hard. Actually, it would not go hard. But okay, Engraver. I mean, you can just safely still go into Requiem and summon out another Engraver without SP being a threat here. We attack over the SP Little Knight. Alex, do you have Dark Honest in hand? Which is now actually a card. I was saying this for years as a joke, but now Dark Honest exists.
It actually does, yeah. But he doesn't have it. I think we also know all the cards in Alex's hand. Yeah. But the question is now, does Yusef have any way to extend? And now I don't think we can trigger the make line here.
I was thinking, how are you pointing at the level of SP Little Knight here? How are you targeting SP Little Knight?
I think it's also not any monster, right? It's only Mementos, probably.
Might be, yeah. Engraver now breaks this half field, actually.
The question is, though, how much can we still do? I mean, we have the Engraver left, so if we do have any way to get into Duke of the Mice and maybe like summon a Quizzical Frost from our hand, then we might have a chance.
Stop hating.
But otherwise, I feel like I think Fiends of Control does not win against Memento follow-up here.
No, that's true. I mean, actually, Alex has only a fusion in hand and another card we don't know. So
but when he triggers the Creation King in his turn to destroy, like
no, he's gonna send this.
Oh yeah, probably. But I don't know. The Trihorn in hand, the Tekulia comes out.
Oh yeah, with Trihorn, if you can't get rid of the oh yeah, oh no, wait, it's not Trihorn. Or is it 3 cards in hand? Has to be, right?
It has, yeah, he searched it.
Oh yeah, with the Tekutlika coming out, it's gonna be very hard to win this game. So Yusef needs to find a way. I thought he had this, honestly, after...
And he has a fusion as well in hand, so if he plays like a second Twin Dragon...
I mean, you could just use Tekutlika, summon back, put back the Twin Dragon and then summon it out.
Yeah, true. You're right.
So Requiem is being attached here.
Yeah. And that's a problem. Like you can't even make a Desiree big enough to run over. And also, I don't think the Tekutli it does not activate, right? It's just summons.
No, yeah.
Therefore, like even Caesar cannot.
It just goes right in there. Yusef is now checking all of the options here. What can we do? I mean, even if Memento Mictlan would set something back in the opponent's end phase, there is just no target.
The thing is, I think if you're Alex right now, you're feeling quite good because you know you will get a turn, and he actually has to Harpy's Feather Duster, the Memento Mictlan, and now we know why Yusef did not have a life twin.
Yusef is drinking still water tonight because there's not a lot of gas in his hand.
We pass on Engraver only. Didn't we have a way to summon one back from graveyard? Or did we do that already?
That's how we got this one.
Oh, you're right.
I think it was
you're right,
100% the incorrect choice to go with the normal summon Lurie.
Yeah, you're right, I think. But the question is, if he didn't have like any other way, no, I think you're still correct. Like he could have like still normal like the Lacrima. So
And that would have gotten rid of the Gatic, which is for some reason incredibly relevant in this game.
Yeah, and now here we can summon the Trihorn, or what's it called? The Memento?
Mementotlan Horndragon.
Mementotlan Horndragon, yeah.
Which is a very funny card that gets a little less funny because of its wording. I thought that you have to target 3 cards on the field when the Horndragon gets destroyed.
Yep. One of which being yours.
One of them has to be your Memento card. And I thought it was only Memento cards, so when Basti yesterday night took my Tekutlika with the one-off talents that he drew in 49 cards, always, I thought I could destroy the Tekutlika and 2 cards from his field with my Trihorn Dragon, but then I had to destroy my Memento card, which wasn't there anymore, so...
Yeah, no, that doesn't work, like you said. But here we have it, the Memento Infusion for Guardian Chimera. I hope we didn't shuffle back for Guardian Chimera.
Right. Oh.
Okay. We were using materials because I wanted to say like you can't Guardian Chimera with monsters from the graveyard, of course. And
you could try.
That does not trigger here because there is not enough cards to destroy.
Yep, unfortunate. But I mean, this is still more than enough for Alex to play because he has the Tekutlika in the graveyard. Yusef is right now.
We immediately destroy our own Guardian Chimera. We are like, no, I don't want it anymore. You can have it.
Yep, searching for a Bone Party, which is gonna trigger Akihiron. I think you don't need to destroy Memento card to trigger Akihiron. Maybe you do.
There is Droll and Lockbird. Maybe the only hope Yusef still had.
I mean, it has to be something in his hand, right?
I mean, the question now is, did he side out the Fiendsmith in Paradise? Or can he like use the Lacrima for Requiem?
Wait, did he destroy the trigger the Akihiro on Guardian Chimera? Because it says if a Memento card is in the hand of field is destroyed by battle card effect.
Yeah, he destroyed that one. We maybe need to...
Yeah, I think Yusef is reading the card thoroughly right now, so I don't think he... I think he just realized and told his opponent that, yo, this is not...
Okay.
So he searched for a Bone Party, has no card in play anymore, and just passed on having a Bone Party and gets Trolled and Lockbird here.
The thing is now he can still summon back the Tekutlia and still Bone Party from deck if he wants to.
Yeah, but what does that do?
Get a Sleepy? I don't know.
Get a Sleepy with no other card.
Correct, yeah.
You have to special summon it, so you can summon Gatic actually.
Can you somehow summon Akihiron? Does it crash into Engraver and add back?
I mean, if you summon back Akihiron, you're kind of good, I think. Wait. No, you... Okay, wait. Let's... Okay, full...
Yeah, you can Akihiron back when you use Bone Party. Yeah.
Let's log in. So...
So we could summon, like, Dark Blade or Anguish.
Yeah, I think you definitely want to get...
Or Tatsu and then send the Gatic with Sleepy.
Yeah.
We
just attack.
Or we just attack. Can we Bone Party in main phase only, right?
My play would have been Bone Party, destroy the Tekutlika, summon out Darkblade, trigger Akihiron, effect Darkblade, destroy Akihiron, add back the fusion, special summon out...
I think you summon out the...
Perhaps, it depends on how many names you have, you take Goblin and then...
You can also immediately summon the Tatsu and send the Gatic and the Sleepy if you want to.
Yeah, there is ways that lead to The Hague, the city where currently...
Now, the thing is though, there is still a Anguish in the graveyard. And therefore we could summon it back off the Tekutlia, get a maze to take over a monster, but this Tekutlia can be targeted, so if we have like infinite impermanence or so...
Yeah. That would be good.
The thing is, the only card we know now is the Lacrima in the hand.
Yeah. Which is a good card to have.
Yeah, but we see the big issue of the Lifetime deck here, like it cannot bridge easily from Fiendsmith into the Lifetime cards. You really need to draw them most of the time.
Yeah.
Because also there's none of the cards is a Fiend in deck. So you cannot just like Aerial Eater send it.
That's true. And there is going to be... Oh, we're considering the combined Creation King.
Yeah.
The Fusion Tekutlika.
That also would work, but I don't know if that's like the best option here, honestly.
I like Mace a lot more in this scenario.
I agree.
Destroying the Engraver just not... That feels off, kinda.
Yeah, especially because we know there is a Lacrima in hand.
Yeah, but what does the Lacrima do if we've already used the Engraver?
Yeah, but you just normal it and then go back into Requiem. Get another Engraver, probably.
Okay, and then?
Then...
Yeah.
Then it's probably an issue.
And there's not a lot happening anymore, but I still think that this is not the way to manage your resources on the side of Alex. Yusef is like.
To be fair, we can still get it by like if we destroy the Creation King and a monster our opponent controls the Triaki Hero, and then can Bone Party for the language.
True. Normal summon.
Lacrima. This is it a Chaos Angel angle?
I can see a Chaos Angel angle, to be completely honest with you.
Problem is, I don't think they'll. Oh, there's Impermanent. That's like not that effective here.
Okay, now we have full information. The good thing about the okay. I kind of like this because you have Bone Party that can summon out Anguish Surge Maze. So there is still a lot of room for plays, especially summon out the Akihiron.
Okay, we have now. I don't know how often did he summon from the X-Ray last turn? Not 2 times or more, right? There's no Typhon angle here.
Yeah. No, yeah, he did. No, he didn't.
Yeah, okay, no, it doesn't matter though.
I think that's an end phase Bone Party right here, by the way, because there's not really a lot you can do in this situation. I think Yusef is just packing up his cards because game 2.
Yusef finally going first again, and he's out of Physical Frost. Not the best summon, but it works.
It used to be a brick once in a day, once in a lifetime, but now we have the Kizikil deal.
Exactly, and we send the Lila Suite, we'll summon it back, and now we have 2 bodies, and one of them being a Light Fiend.
What a sweet deal you got with this.
A really sweet deal here, and what will it be? It will be the Fiendsmith Requiem.
What? This is almost full Orcus combo at this point. Going to be able to summon out the Lacrima, send the Fiendsmith Engraver, and now we're going to proceed with our full combo. Alex is just waiting in there, hoping to have a droplet in hand. I mean, he will know at this point, to be honest. But
I mean, at that point, there's not a lot he can really do if he doesn't have a hand interaction. He'll just let his opponent do, and then we will see.
So the big question is now: Lila is being summoned. Meows, meow. Kitty cat, kitty cat. Nope, no kitty cat. So there is no Mul Charmies in here for Alex.
So now the question is here the Nibiru, and there is Nibiru, and that here doesn't do that much, honestly.
Yep, let's see actually how much it does. We haven't... oh, wait. Do we get to draw a card? Did Alex chain this to the Lila? That is huge.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
All right, smart. That is smart, because that would have been really, really cool here.
Yeah, and there is the token.
Now let's see how much Yusef does.
Yeah, and now the question is, does he play the Duke of the Mice or not? Because that makes a big, big difference here. The only issue is, normally, this would still be able to make the full Lifetime combo, but the difference here is, since he didn't start with the Lifetime Kizikil, neither Lifetime Lila, he can't really do it, because how you do it normally is, you go for the Abao, you summon back the other one, which you didn't start with, and then you can still summon from the deck.
Yeah, those are so good. Those are so good.
And we equip Requiem, we send the Nibiru to Graveyard, and now there we have the Kyber token now, and I'm sure we will link it off quickly to go into Fiendsmith sequence.
It stays there. Oh, you were right. It turns out you were right all along. We go into
it was the biggest token though, so not that big of a loss. And there is the Fiendsmith sequence, and now what are we summoning? Is it just the Desiree, or is it a Duke? It looks like it's just a Desiree.
Yep. The big question is, are we going to go for an Agnum Dayline here, or are we going to not do that?
I don't think we really will. Is it maybe... do we have that maybe line where we go Muckracker?
Ooh.
Is there something we might be able to do? I don't think there is really that much we can do. No, it doesn't look like. We just... At least remember to equip the sequence, because it can actually equip itself from the field.
And now the Fiendsmith Desiree is, of course, also untargetable.
Yeah,
but if it's only at...
yeah, you had to learn it yesterday the hard way.
Yeah, I just forgot.
And we start with Tatsu Toshiga, and that field of Yusef, it does not look that great.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's just a Desiree, and this is something where Alex might be able to push through, actually, with some nifty combo plays. Question is, does... I mean, this is a very vulnerable to Desiree effect.
Oh, yeah.
He just let the summon go through, I think, was...
yeah. And so it doesn't destroy itself for effect. And now we use the Desiree already.
Yeah.
Do we have a Bone Party, maybe?
Yeah, Bone Party. Okay, we normal summon Maze.
That's fine, I think.
Yeah, I think we're... It's not the easiest way to combo off those. So
I mean, it adds any Memento card, so a spell trap, so... Should be
Oh
good
yeah,
enough.
true. It also adds the spell traps. I always
Yeah,
forget
so
that.
the question is now, can we negate it? We don't, apparently.
No, Mace Pop itself, search Memento Fusion, and
Yeah.
now you can go into the Twin Dragon by
Yeah, the
putting back
question
the
is,
Mace.
what is set there? Because normally game 1 we said like, yeah, probably impermanence. But here, post-sighting, could be anything. Literally anything.
It's true. Oh, we have the
Oh, it's a Sleepy.
Sleepy that we want to activate. I really like this. So you want to maximize the value you get out of Sleepy by going into a Twin Dragon here. Just rather maximize the value you get out of the Fusion by shuffling back 3 from the graveyard. You want to use the bodies that you have on the field, and this is looking grim for Yusef.
So, will we immediately Fusion summon the Creation King? Or is there a warning? It is dimensional barrier for fusions. But didn't we add them in total infusion? Now we can just chain it.
We could chain it if Alex thinks about this.
I mean, to be fair, we would only get like a negated Creation King.
That is true,
Which
but
could run over the Desiree though, because what we should remember is there is no follow-up on Yusef's side here.
Yeah, that is actually true.
There's no Fiends Fall. We shuffled back the Lacrima. Desiree actually gets negated, which does not really matter, but...
That is true. But the barrier, does it also negate the effects in the graveyard? Or is it
No, it doesn't.
So Mace is being shuffled back. We take probably the 2 monsters from the field.
Yeah, now we will put that back and we will send the other 2 to the graveyard, I assume.
Oh, the Gatic. Oh, that's nice. But wait, Gatic also...
I think it does trigger because it's by card effect only.
Yeah, it's Memento card effect. Could also be monster effect, actually.
And now we use the Fusion to destroy the Sleepy. Actually, quite a nice play.
Doesn't trigger. Needs to be sent by a monstrous effect.
Oh, that doesn't trigger? He also didn't use it.
Yeah,
to be
if
fair.
you have it in hand, you want to fuse it away with the Sleepy.
Yeah, that makes a
get the
lot of
effect.
sense. Yeah, and now we use the Fusion. We will destroy the Sleepy and we'll get ourselves a Bone Party.
That's also a very good way to get the Tekutlika into the graveyard.
Exactly, the party started.
Yeah. So Alex finding a very good way to play through this.
Yeah, you only gotta look at the time because it's not that much more. I don't know. I don't think we are synced on the second. So we will need to see how much time is left.
Yep, that is a very, very good point. But I think that if there is only a few seconds left, then you can still go with the...
Oh, there's Droll and Lockbird by Yusef now.
Yeah, but that doesn't really do too much, right? You're
No, not
sending to
really.
the graveyard with a Sleepy now. Akihiron is being sent to the graveyard for that, so I think we want to...
But if we send it, we won't get to the Tekutlika, I think.
Yeah, we can still use Bone Party, pop the
But we
Tekutlika.
cannot add.
We can special summon.
But we can't special summon Tekutlika, right? Needs
Let's
to be summoned by
special
its own
summon
effect.
Goblin and activate that effect and send
We
2
can
cards.
do that though, yeah.
And
you
one
are
of them,
right.
you can pop the Akihiron actually with
Yeah.
the Goblin to send the Tekutlika.
That sounds like a good play, but we will need to look with time. But we go battle phase now, and that will mean,
That would be 200 damage.
yeah. Or did the judge say it's time out before is now the question?
Yep, there is going to be the battle phase. Desiree is being attacked over.
Okay, let's see what happens. Will Desiree be sent to the graveyard or not?
All right, okay, we actually have 3
Okay.
minutes. The timer is actually updated. We had some information that confused both of us a little bit.
Okay,
That's on
okay,
our part,
okay.
but 3 minutes are still left. I think that Alex is just... But, I mean, if you attack over the Desiree, then you have no Bone Party target anymore.
That is actually correct because we can Bone Party and damage step. Question is there something in the hand of Alex still?
I mean, it has to be, kind of, because
We
otherwise...
are reading Droll and Lockbird. I don't think that makes the biggest difference here.
Doesn't add another attack.
Yeah, we
Okay, so-
attack. That's 200 points of damage, which will be dealt to Yusef. We use the Desiree now.
And damage step. Tekutlika is being sent to the graveyard, and Alex is like, ugh, I kind of wanted a target here.
Yeah, and because maybe he thought like the dimensional barrier negates on the graveyard as well, but it doesn't.
Yeah, it definitely does not, or does it?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I think I'm pretty sure it will be sent.
No, you can't activate that in damage
Yusef
step.
says that no, you can't.
Oh, Alex is just... This kind of looks like he doesn't have anything to play with anymore. What is happening here? Alex is struggling. He had this game in his hand and he can't add the Memento Mictlan here because he's under Droll and Lockbird.
Yeah, now that does not work. There is Droll and Lockbird. Yusef tells him there is Droll.
He really can't activate anything anymore. There's Dimensional Barrier, there is Droll and Lockbird, and if he just passes,
gets a turn.
Engraver just attacks for game here.
And there is the Sunny Snitch.
Oh my goodness, Sunny Snitch adds another card, and out of nowhere, Yusef gets this game back. Has to pay attention though. 200 life points is 200 life points.
Yeah, and now I'm pretty sure we will just do anything as quickly as possible, attack for 1,000 or so, and then go main phase 2, do our stuff.
Yeah, because you only get 200 life points if your opponent's normal or special summons a monster, which is a card that kind of basically locks you out of summoning if you're close to time at some point.
Yeah, we got Kiss a Kill deal. We might use the effect. We will send the Lila Sweet, summon it back. No, I think
the Kiss a Kill Frost, even though you already have one. Now we summon the Lila Sweet, with that we already have in the graveyard. Or already had in the graveyard. Good Nibiru that stopped Yusef in the turn before.
I don't think we can send the Kiss a Kill Frost. It might not matter here, but...
Yusef is just going through the motions here. Sure, you have to send a Lila monster, right?
Exactly, I think we have to send a Lila monster. I mean, it won't make a bit of difference here because we have the Kiss a Kill Frost anyways in the graveyard, but...
So let's try to contact the judges. Okay, so people have been informed.
And there is now Nibiru, the primal being.
Oh my goodness.
Without...
Philip, how hard is it to just summon Engraver and attack?
It's crazy, it's crazy. Maybe... I don't know how much time they have, like...
This is absolutely... this game is a big back and forth here. Just like this Nibiru, the primal being, is an absolute menace. And you don't have a Lifetime monster on the field, so you don't get the 200 life points, right?
No, you don't, because you need actually an Evil Twin even.
Oh, Evil Twin.
And
okay.
Here we don't have anything. And we pass it back. Yusef passes the turn to Alex.
Oh, and now we get the Memento Mictlan there. Alex is... I'm at a loss for words. This was a chaotic featured match, but Alex is looking like he's coming out on top. There might have been another minute of time added, because on my watch the time is already over. But we are continuing here with the life points disadvantage on the side of Yusef. Typhon is being summoned because we don't have the resources anymore. Typhon is bouncing back the token.
And we go battle phase now. We attack for 2-9, but no, we don't. There is the Lacrima for Requiem. We use the Requiem in main phase still. Summon back Lacrima.
Yep, and that is in defense here. It is absolute chaos right here at the round 3 featured match.
I don't know, why are we sending... We actually send a Paradise.
It's a good card. I think we have Desiree in the graveyard, so that's something we can play with, but...
Did we shuffle it back maybe with Engraver?
I think so, yeah. Engraver doing a good job, and now the time is ticking down, and it should be
and there
time
it is.
now!
Time is over. It was a chaos.